Assisted suicide is an issue which has seen a vast change in public opinion in recent years, both here in Scotland and across the world, with New Zealand becoming the latest country to legalise euthanasia back in November following a nationwide referendum. Although the matter has not been debated in Holyrood since it was rejected in 2015, recent polling shows that more than two-thirds of Scots are in support of the right to choose euthanasia. Despite only the Greens and the Liberal Democrats taking a stance on the issue in Scotland, campaigners say there is very much cross-party support, with a members' bill on the issue likely to be introduced in the next parliamentary session. We've been out and about speaking to people across Scotland to learn more about the arguments for and against the cause.
As a member of the Humanist Society Scotland, one of the things I strongly believe in is the right to assisted death, or euthanasia. I really believe it's a fundamental human right. It's a matter of personal choice, individual choice, and every person has the right to a good death. It's not always possible, but where it is, people should be allowed to take charge of their own end of life care, and choose to end their life if that's what they wish to do. In other countries where this happens, it is not abused. I think that's a flimsy argument and unproven. And I really think, it's not a case where a law, a government, someone with other religious views should be able to stop a person from doing that if it's their own choice. It's fundamentally all about your own choice. And it's something I feel really strongly about. I think it's really high time that things were changed to enable people to do that.
I believe it's only humane to allow someone to die peacefully at a time they themselves choose, should their quality of life be reduced to such a point. Of course, there are times where I absolutely wouldn't condone ending or helping to end another's life, even with their consent. I would draw a strong distinction between assisted dying and assisted suicide. For example, someone who suffers from depression, a disease which is not terminal, can be effectively treated so as to provide a high quality of life and should never be grounds for euthanasia.
So I think, for example, if a person was really unwell and constantly in pain and they maybe just had a matter of time anyway, it should be their choice to pass on in the way that they had hoped or comfortably, or even if they find it more dignified for themselves to do it that way.
With Scottish independence, the Alex Salmond inquiry and the economic recovery from COVID likely to be the issues taking centre stage, it is unlikely that the issue of assisted suicide will be a priority in the party's manifestos this time round. However, all MSPs who are elected in May will have a decision to make when a members' bill is introduced, with the opportunity to change the legislation to give more freedoms to those suffering towards the end of their life. Sam Ormiston, Thistle News.